Mary Magdalene will forever be renowned as not only a disciple of Jesus, but as his token female follower. And as many of you Catholics and Christians are aware, she was notorious for being a prostitute in her heyday. Mary Magdalene transitioned from being a hoe to what a lot of people may agree is not only a housewife, but a woman of purity later in life. And I wouldn't be surprised if speculations were right and she was Jesus' main squeeze. Hookers playing hooky. Perhaps this was the context. Jesus came along and ordered Mary to show progress, considering his father didn't like the fucking whore queens, telling Mary Magdalene she had the wrong dream. Follow him and she would follow him into the heavens. Jesus had disciples. Word was by the dozens. Mary was the female amongst the many men. Jesus was their lamp, but Judas sought forbidden gems. Mary loved her teacher. Mary loved her preacher. All the while the Dudleys like to fuck with Stacy Kiebler. Put her through a table? Jesus? What a fable. He might have flipped the table and effectively turned the tables. Jesus had his angels. Mary would become one. I know there's women out there who might carry fucking stun guns. That's because there's men who don't behave like men. Jesus was a man, correction, Jesus was the man. Monogamy is awesome, but misogyny is what? Jesus might have told you, and apostles who would roll through. A lot of work was put into the Bible, you should know. You might not think it's everything, but everybody grows. Hymns, for instance, are the holiest of limericks. And singing praises feels as good as chewing licorice. Back to Mary, though, and I apologize. It takes so long to truly mention her throughout these rhymes. Jesus purified her. She always was a tiger. I'm sure she maybe didn't know that men were so much kinder. Nothing can compare to the kindly King Lord. As mellow as I felt searching the meadow for a sword. Oh, a word that rhymes with prostitute. Tell you if you promise that you pack your parachute. And if you pack your parachute, you know that Jesus Christ kept it real with Mary and she might have been his wife. Oh, a word that rhymes with prostitute. Tell you if you promise that you pack your parachute. And if you pack your parachute, you know that Jesus Christ kept it real with Mary and she might have been his wife. Mary was misguided. Mary was conflicted. Mary had her problems. Now let me get specific. She thought that prostitution was the measure of her worth until she met the shepherd and she saw his holy girth. Other men were mean. Other men were cruel. It was a dirty game. It felt like dirty pool. Treating her like shit. Using her for shit. She was turning tricks. The trick was don't forsake this chick. Jesus would arrive like Batman swooping in to save her. Of course, it helped to find out later on he was her savior. I'm sure she recognized that Yeshua was the Messiah and would have gladly poured the syrup out for Aunt Jemima. Mary loved Yeshua, but Jesus, as you know now, looking at him through the glass, it feels a little stone sour. Jehovah gave him power, but God, as you recall, in fact, he might have had a role to play regarding Paul. Nonetheless, we're getting to a point where it's apparent this Christ album is happening no matter who objects it. As far as Mary, basically, she had a lot to carry. As though to say her sins could maybe fill a jerry can. Jesus really loved her. In fact, she even showed up while he was on the cross, like no one else would roll up. I speculate that Mary might have been his main squeeze. And even if I'm wrong, I'm sure she was a dime piece. We'll even ask a high priest if they believe in Mary. I'm sure even a tribal chief will claim that she's amazing and truly worth your praising, along with Jesus Christ. I guess that sums it up right now while I rock the mic. Oh, a word that rhymes with prostitute. Tell you if you promise that you pack your parachute. And if you pack your parachute, you know that Jesus Christ kept it real with Mary and she might have been his wife. No word that rhymes with prostitute. Tell you if you promise that you pack your parachute. And if you pack your parachute, you know that Jesus Christ kept it real with Mary and she might have been his wife.